Okay, guys, so I need to be beautiful, not just beautiful, but also intelligent, articulate when I talk. So today I'm going to pick a topic again on this book, and I remembered that the first time that I did this was 2 months ago, and there is no day two. This is the day two that I'm doing right now. Okay, so topic, I'm gonna choose a sentence or a phrase, and then I'm going to explain it for less than 10 minutes, maybe. Okay, so, okay, let me choose first. Wait, let me choose a topic. Okay, okay, so I think I've read this before, but I'm going to explain this in a more articulate way now.
Currently,
Okay.
people don't trust.
When you envy someone, remember that the picture you have of their life is almost always incomplete. Rem- okay, I'm going to repeat it. When you envy someone, remember that the picture you have of their life is almost always incomplete. Okay, let me think first. Okay. Envying someone is just like having a crush on someone. I remember this when I was in elementary. On our recognition day, I remember this day. Okay. This was on our recognition day when I was about 10 years old and I was in grade 4 or grade 3. In our hometown here, I have a circle of friends which is also my classmates since I was in kindergarten until I was in high school. And on those in that circle of friends, I was the only one that is not an honor student. And on that recognition day, I saw myself crying on the balcony because I was envious of my friends, seeing them happy with their medals on, wearing their ribbons from school that was given to them on that recognition day. That was the villain story of my life, being an envious, jealous person until today. I think being jealous is a trait, a habit, an emotion, and I will be honest, it is so hard to defend myself that I'm not an envious person. I think it is all natural to all of us human beings to be jealous, and even my dog is a jealous dog. But the difference is how I manage it right now. The difference I have right now from my childhood life and compared to what I am right now is how I manage my jealousy and being envious. On that particular day, I realized that I wanted to be something. On the next school year, I work hard on my grades. I I practice and study more that eventually resulted for me to being an honor student finally. I became the top 4 honor student in our class star section, I even compete on quizzes like in mathematics, science, but along the way, I realized that that jealousy and enviousness that I had to my childhood friends and classmates has made me become an evil person. Am I evil? Not that evil, but I discovered this trait. I discovered this trait that made me a bad kid. For me to be able to become an honor student, I had to compete on quiz competitions. And on some competitions that I had, I find myself cheating so bad that my teacher personally talked to me about my cheating issue. That was the result of me being envious. It didn't end that way. When I was in high school, I still envious people with money. Even when I was on college, until I was working and own and getting my salary, I was envious to the family that other people have because they have the freedom to be eating in a restaurant that I always wanted to. I was envious of the child of my boss for me to be I was envious on the child of my boss for me to be crying every time that we drink because I was too emotional that why am I born poor? But at the end of the day, this jealousy has not resulted any good thing of my life. It just made me worse, and that it just made my habit worse, and I was depressed, and I was shy, and I have anxiety, and I was always thinking about what other people might have been and had that I don't, which I also deserve to have because I'm working hard as them. Not until this year that I realized that these people that I envy was just like my crush. I've been liking my crush since for 2 years or 3 years, but only that I stopped liking them when I finally realized that I don't actually know about them. That's the same as being jealous to the person that I want my life to be. I don't know what their life is. I don't know what they like. I don't know what makes them happy. And their happiness does not equate my happiness. The things that they have, the things that they have has nothing to do with what I want. I realized that focusing myself is the best way for me to not get jealous of these people that these people has overcome so many circumstances that I haven't overcome yet because we have different life and my circumstances is also different from them. They did not they did not suffer from family member loss, or have been born to a family being poor. They have we don't have that much capacity and privilege for me to be jealous to them and them to me. Maybe if they were in the same position as me, they wouldn't even realize now that I'm the kind of person that I am today. That is how I present myself to other people now. That I'm not a jealous person anymore because I started focusing on myself, improving myself for the way I will be more of my life. Yes. Another example that I can give is this classmate of me that I also be this classmate of me that is also my friend since I was in childhood. This week, she just gifted her mother on her birthday a car. And if I was still that kind of jealous, envious person I am 5 years ago or 10 years ago, I think I won't be speaking like this on camera and talking like this. At first, the first time that I heard about it is okay, we are in the same age. I think I can also, we are not in the same IQ capacity. Is that the right term? We don't study the same field. We don't study the same in the same university. I didn't finish my college, but she did at least 6 years ago, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago. I don't know. I forgot about it. But at this age, where I'm still trying to earn my first million peso salary and pay for our house renovation, she already did gifted her mother and father a car. And I honestly can't do that right now. But then I realized when I journaled this, okay, but I'm a changed person now. I can't be always thinking about that. I've always had that classmate that is always ahead of me because they are rich, but this person has at least the same background as me. But I can't be envying her. Instead, I just focus on what I do now. Thinking about that just makes no sense to me now because it won't make me any money. It won't me make any happier. But I'm proud for her. I'm proud of her. I'm proud that she came up with this life right now, that she overcame every circumstances that she faced. Buying a car is a privilege and is a responsibility because you will be paying it at least for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and it's not that easy. I can't be envious of that. I still have my goals right in front of me. It is to for our house renovation, for me to be financially independent and be financially responsible, for me to earn my first 100,000 set earnings. What do you call that? On my bank. I forgot what the word. For me to be able to have that freedom, eating outside with my family, paying paying our electricity bill, Wi-Fi, and not also overthink about what may have happened negatively if I just don't work. I can compare myself to that. She has worked so hard to be in that place. I've worked so hard for this life too. Although I can't buy a new car now, but I must say that I've come a long way from all those circumstances that I had 5 years ago, 3 years ago. I'm still blessed and lucky, and I'm grateful that I'm still alive. Yep, I can't be jealous of that. I don't have the time to be jealous of that because what I want right now, my priorities, is to be pretty, is to be smart, is to be the best in my field, career, is to fix our house, is to pay for my parents' physical examination so they won't worry and I will not worry also about their health on the future. And for me to be healthy, physically healthy, mentally, spiritually, financially. So that is the reason that I'm talking right here, right now. Is so just that is right now. So I want to become an articulate person. I want to become confident again and talking on the camera. And this is the only way right now that I think of for me to improve myself. Okay. I'm also struggling with consistency, but I'm not jealous of other people that is way more consistent than me. Because I always think like this: I have to be a failure. I have to fail and fail, fail. I have to fail. I have to experience all these things, these failures, so that I can improve. I have to experience this. This is the process. No one has ever, never, ever succeeded in life that has not failed. That is my mindset right now. I know one day I will always thank myself, my past self, for doing this kind of stuffs, for for deciding to change, focusing on myself, not be resentful, be grateful, be competitive, be disciplined, being consistent, being patient with myself and other people, being loved and loved too, being grateful, being blessed. I always know that myself, that I'm a successful person and that there is also there is always a way for me to get out of this room. So that is the end of my video. There's so much things that I've been thinking right now. I think I want to do this again tomorrow, or at least 3 times a week. This is my problem. That is all, and I will see you next time.